And good morning. Welcome to the April 15th Tax Day edition of Morning Mindset. How is everybody doing this morning? We've got a dog that's barking. Doggy, barking. That's always a fun jiving thing when that dog barks. So it's Monday. It is a crazy week. When you get in here, let me know how your week looks this week. Okay, here's how this works. If you have not been here, or if you have, here's your refresher. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. It's beautiful here. It's like 50s on the way to 70s. So fantastic. Love it. Love that weather. We had a glorious weekend. Nice and sunny. We had like in the 80s. It was soccer and baseball and golf carts and grilling out and sun. It was a great weekend. So hopefully you had a great weekend as well. Now, the thing that we really try to push today, 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Mine has already changed 5 times. So currently, our things are, we have DTF and UV DTF that needs to get done today. We've got mock-ups that need to go out. We've got quotes and invoices that need to get done. Banner that needs to get set up for production and work on more marketing. So those are 5 things that we must get done today. So what are your 5 things you need to get done today? We're going to check in and see how everybody is doing today, but it is DAX week as well. DAX is coming up this week, so there is no show on Friday. We will be live at DAX, and we would, if you're in the area, hey, come find us, come see us. We're going to have a great time. We're pretty close to figuring out what lunch spot is going to be. I think we'll nail that today in our mentorship call, which if you're not into our mentorship program, head right over here, fatdadcd.com, get signed up for that. It's only $20 a month, and it goes from your date to your date. So you can join anytime and get all the benefits for that. So make sure to head over there and do that. Now, let's check in and see how people are doing this morning. Darren, good morning to you, my friend. Darren's got 63 and overcast and humid in Topeka. Dog sitting day. Ex-wife got called to jury duty, and her boyfriend is out in the field for a week for the Army. So doggy duty, right? That doesn't sound too bad. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. 63 and sunny there in Florida, headed to mid-80s. We're headed to like mid-70s. I'm good with that. It looks like we have storms of brewing tomorrow. Jenny, good morning from Northern Indiana. It's 58 and sunny, headed towards 73 with that exclamation point, right? Water in the cup. It is gorgeous out, Jenny. Barb's checking in. Good morning from North Central Minnesota, where it's 34, headed to mid-50s. Sunny, green tea in the cup and water in the bottle. And Barb's 5 things: embroider hoodies, DTF, cut HTV, press t-shirts, set up files for embroidery, embroidered Velcro prep. Let me back up that last one. Set up files for embroidered Velcro patches. That's like a mouthful for me. Hi, Darren, Chuck, and Jenny from Barb. And Sarah's checking in. Good morning, 54 and sunny there. Coffee in her cup. Renee's checking in. Morning from 54 on the way to 76 Chicagoland. Water in the bottle, coffee in the cup. Hi, Sarah, Jenny, Chuck, Darren, and Barb. And Christina, thanks for checking in. Good morning to you. A few Facebook user, somewhere nice. Good morning on our way to 89 degrees. Now, Facebook and Streamer don't always play nice. When that happens, this becomes you, a few. But if you head over here, fatdadcd.com, you can find the links to get us into the YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to see who you are. Tim checking in, morning from Toledo, Ohio, where it's 55 on the way to 65 to 70, and due to drink, I'm guessing, right? I'm guessing that's due. Christina, South Carolina, my weekend was super gorgeous. Have some embroidered stitch outs and designs too. Awesome, Christina. Rena, good morning to you from SoCal, where it's a chilly 45. It's warmer here. We had rain all weekend. We had sun. Coffee is brewing. So let's just take this into account. Rena had 45. It is 45. We're in the 50s. She had rain all weekend. We had sun. Just saying. Sometimes it's not as bad here. And Rena's going to show up on to DAX this weekend, and we're buying her a shot. She's going to make that long haul out there and do it. Marine, thanks for checking in. Good morning. Sunny. Currently 68 with a high of 76. Doesn't that sound gorgeous? Curtis checking in. 64, cloudy there in Wichita, Kansas. So this week, short week for us. We'll print every day. Everything will go out. Friday will be the only day that will run into a speed bump, and that will be for same-day prints. If you have your prints in, the cutoff for that is going to be 7 a.m. on Friday, so that way I can get everything set up to go before we leave, because we will be leaving here at about 7:30. So if I can have till 7, get everything there. Other than that, Everything won't miss a beat. Anything after 7 will end up getting printed on Monday and going out. So nothing crazy like that. It would just won't have any overnight printing for there, but or same day printing. Well, we've got this week. We've got a few things going on. So there's a shirt challenge that I'm looking at doing. I believe that starts today with Carrie. So I got to make sure I have the information on that. We've got short week because we've only got the 4 days. We've also got tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd. If there's one show that I want you to show up for this week, it would be tomorrow's Tuesday with Todd, because we're going to be talking selling the promotional items, where that's something that I have struggled with because I was just so confused and so lost in the process of it on how to do it. Sage really and ASI really confused me on how to do it and what I need to do and how the process worked. So when we found Swag.space, it became super simple to be able to do, where I don't have to do anything. And so that's what we're going to talk to the founder of Swag.space tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd. Make sure to watch, go to the event page, put everything in there. We would love to have as many people as possible, but that is tomorrow night, 5 p.m. This is also a long week because we're in the midst of soccer and baseball. So we've got soccer's tonight. Tomorrow night is PTO meeting. Right after that, Wednesday is baseball. Thursday is soccer. Friday, we're gone. So busy week all the way through there. If you drove, I'd really need it. We'd get you a shot there, Rena. You just fly in, right? Just fly into Chicago. You'll be fine. Rena gets a bottle. That's on Renee. I can't buy a bottle at a bar. There's 33 shots in it. And they charge $5. $150 for a $16 bottle of booze. I know how that works. And Juan's checking in. My wife and I will be going to Dax this weekend. We're looking forward to it. Juan, it looks like you got out to enjoy this weekend out on the bike. Gorgeous, right? Gorgeous Midwest weather here. So awesome. You guys will be there. We'll be up there. Of course, we'll finalize dinner plans today and our lunch plans and our mentorship call here at 9:30 this morning, because that's where all the magic happens at. But I'm pretty sure we have that figured out. I think it's not the deli place, the place that was right next door to it. I have to remember what the name of it is. Oh, yay, Juan and the missus. Yes, that is true. We'll have them there. So we'll get a roll call going this week of who all will be there, and then kind of go through and see, kind of what you're wanting to see, what you're wanting to do. I know we kind of did that last Wednesday. A couple things that I've seen over the weekend is that Sign Outlet is going to have the really small desktop UV printer, which is really small. I didn't realize how small it was until I looked at the specs of it, and it's like 8x5. So I want to see what they're promoting that you can use that for, because that is a really, really small print area. And yes, I know the price is under 10 grand, but still that's a really small print area. I'm hoping that somebody there will have the Epson F1070 because that is the hybrid DTG DTF printer. In that price point, it's retail at like 7 grand, but it is a desktop, super compact. I think it's only like 3 foot wide, like 150 pounds. I think of equipment purchased, if there's going to be one thing that we'd like to add this year, it could be that. I think that could fill a natural void. Things, especially so we don't have to do, if we're running through DTF, yes, add in transfers, it's go time for that. But in some instances, it might just be a one-off shirt that we need to make and everything, the printer's not on. And to fire it all up, run through all the artwork, do everything there for just a couple shirts, sometimes just really isn't worth it with the DTF printer. We have the DTG, boom, 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 boom. We can just print out and go from there. So I was hoping that somebody has that there. Because I really want to check it out. We will see if it is there or not. There. Hey, Renee says you're worth it, Rena, so you might as well start driving. How long of a drive is that for you? You should. You're going to get FOMO. You really should. You really should come. It is Chicago, and I believe the weather is going to be gorgeous this weekend. One year we did where we had Kelly in here, and she didn't fly out till Sunday, so we stayed up longer, and then we went and toured Chicago. Could have been a long time since I did play that as a tourist and just kind of go walk around and see stuff. And my watch told me so. It said, "Hey, Fatty, are you okay? You seem to be walking a lot today. Are you okay, Fatness?" Is everything good? Just want to check in on you because you're way more active than you normally are. That was a fun day walking downtown. Went to Maine. Did we hit Navy Pier that day? I don't remember if we hit Navy Pier or not that day, but we did a lot of walking, a lot of fun, and it was a good time all the way around. So that's the other thing. You can always come in there for that. Just come in, walk around, have a good time. See, you love downtown. Might as well make a weekend out of it, right? It's a business expense. Come in on Thursday night, and then you have Friday and Saturday, and then you have Saturday evening and Sunday, and you fly back out. So there you go. We have your travel plans figured out for you, Sabrina. Why don't you get here to do it? The other person we need to get on board for it, as I do believe Brian is on the fence about it. I think he needs to go ahead and come. So we will rub that into him that he needs to come there. But who else is going? Who else is going to DAX Chicago this weekend, or who is on the fence about it? That's going to be the big push this week because, like I said, I want to see as many people there as possible. I want to have as much fun, and there is no more fun than seeing people in person. I mean, that's just how it works. It is so much. We do this, 3 times a week, right? We go live 3 times a week for Morning Mindset, one-sided conversation. You guys type, I respond. That's how it works. But as far as like physically, or I guess virtually even talking and that, we don't have a whole lot of that. So seeing somebody in person, I really want more people to be there because I want to see everybody there. Because when the show opened, 10 o'clock on Friday, right? I believe that sounds right. Trade show floor will open 10 o'clock on Friday. We should get there right beforehand. But remember, there's seminars that start at 8:30. 8:30. We'll have to look and see on on both those days. So I believe there'll be a couple free ones, and then your rest of your paid ones will come throughout the day. But I'm telling you, there's not a reason. If there's a trade show with our limit, it's usually 6 hours. If you're within 6 hours to us, and it's a trade show that, like, even though we've had done like NBM Indy, and we're like, okay, we can do NBM Milwaukee. The show itself wasn't the greatest at all. It was a fraction of what it was there in Indy, but we still had a great time people meeting, right? We still had a great time networking. I think it took us longer to eat lunch with everybody than it did to walk that trade show floor. That's how it is. Look at that. Jenny's going. We're going to see Jenny there. And we're trying to get Jenny just to stay until the after hours. We'll see if that can happen. Sarah's going to be there, and she's excited to see everyone. Cindy's here. What did I miss? Getting in my studio for the first time in a week. I have upper respiratory infection that had me down for the count with no voice. Ooh, Cindy, I'm glad you're over that. We have influenza B in the house, and I think I'm starting to. I did not feel the greatest this morning. And like I said, it's always awesome when your adult kids give you something, even if it's the flu, right? My plan is I have been working nice and hard since 5:15 this morning. I'm going to get everything set up that I need to get set up. I'm going to take an hour break and go soak in the hot tub and see if that breaks up some more of this stuff for me, because I feel I need that today. I need to be well for this weekend. But Cindy, what have you missed? We're talking DAX. Hey, DAX is this weekend. Cindy, you should go. It's just like 8 turns from us. That's all it is. We will have to catch a drink with you. Look at that. See, you'll be there. Hey, Todd, are you going to be at GPX Long Beach? No, I will not be at GPX Long Beach. Which that show is in, is that next month? Let me look and see when that one is. GPX Long Beach 2024. GPX Long Beach, that's June, right? June 13th through the 15th. Yeah, because GPX shows June for Long Beach, July for Philly, October for Indy, and November for Charlotte. The Indy one might be the one that we will do. The Long Beach one, if you're in the area, especially if you're on the vinyl side of thing, that's where RapsCon will be this year. So you can really, get up and close personal with that and see all the wrapping that goes on. And I'm not talking with an R, I'm talking with a W. It's an amazing thing to see, especially if it's not something that you're used to doing. But if it is something you're used to doing, that's their focus for that one. And there's going to be a lot of great stuff, information, things like that for it. Indianapolis has the Start Here Academy, which that is always a plus. We'll look and see at the Indianapolis one, because I know in September What do we have? September is Misfit Makers down in Joplin, and then Indianapolis. I'm not sure that weekend what's going on. We'll decide as things get closer. It almost depends how the year is, right? If our year picks back up, then it makes sense to go ahead and spend a little money to go to little places. If it flattens out, hey, we cut back on some of those things. If it drops, then we start looking for a new job. Maybe not really, but maybe I'm kidding. Maybe I'm not. I think it's one of those things where we all go through that, and I know I've mentioned it time and time before, where sometimes you just feel like this is it. I'm done. I'm going to go work for somebody else, and then you realize there's no way I could do that for it. We just have to look at things like this month. Our goal for this month was to get our marketing plans in place for the three sides of the business: the wholesale side, the retail side, and on the mentorship group. So we're working diligently on getting that. We're nowhere near completion on it, and that's why now it's time to start breaking it down. And I need to start blocking out time to be able to do that each day, because that's the only way it'll do it. And if it doesn't happen, why doesn't it happen? Me didn't make a priority of it, and that's really hard to admit sometimes. At least I feel it is. You can let me know in the comments if you feel it is too, to admit that something didn't work because you failed at it, and not necessarily that you failed at it, you just didn't do it right. Like if our marketing efforts don't work, but I put in everything behind it and said, yep, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it, and it didn't work. Okay, something didn't work, but I tried it, and let's go back and fix it. If I don't do anything, it didn't work. Like, okay, like right now, I looked, and we've got an email sequence that's going out, that started going out last week, and it ends tomorrow, because it was all about the show on tomorrow night's show for the. Why did I just draw a blank there? Promotional products. Jeez, why did I draw a blank? It's probably this sickness in the head. But we've had that go there, and we're having a decent open rate of like 27 to 33%. And so that's been about, that was the low and that was the high. That started on Thursday. But when the click is like, 0.3, so we're getting like not a whole lot of clicks to do it. So I need to figure out how to make that better. I also need to promote more things like the calendar. We have the calendar that we have posted, but we're not posting enough of it. So that way people know where to find us, what the show's on. So I need to make sure that I'm posting that weekly. We had that go out in email yesterday, but I need to make sure that post gets going. It's like our affiliates. I need to make sure that I'm putting those in the regular rotation until I start hearing that people see them too much. But hey, affiliates are what helps, keeps the lights and mics on and allow us to do this. The good people over at JP Plus, hey, they give us a little bit of a commission, and by a little bit, but they have amazing products that we use and love. And so, they're helping support the show on that. So any of your friends that have affiliates, always use those affiliates because they really help out. And Maureen, to Cindy, is hope that you feel better. Renee says that she'll be there. June. Yes, June for GPX. So probably not. Because when is Corey going to Mexico or the Bahamas? I think it's this June. I think somewhere around there. She's got a Mexico trip and a Bahama trip coming up. So we have to look at that. Jerry, good morning to you. And yay, Renee, from Sarah, saying that she will be there. I will be with Happy Japan Embroidery Machines USA. 2 machines for me. It's Jamie. Hello, Jamie. Yes, Jamie does a lot of work over there for Happy Japan. I went down. I did not go. I'm not saying I went down the embroidery hole this weekend, but I might have, because after what show was it? After Friday's show, and we talked about the Happy Stitchcraft. Of something, I think I saw like 4 more videos on it over the weekend, and I'm like, ooh, that is not bad. I don't need it. Dax needs more Southern shows. It's hard to get there from the Panhandle. Well, Dax is very regional, and it could expand. We'll see how it plays out, because the founders of it were from Minnesota, so that's why they had the 3 shows. It was Kansas City, Minnesota, and Chicago. Now I am with the understanding that there are new ownership group in place. So we'll see. We'll see how next year comes out, if any of those shows move, if any of those shows are no longer, or if they get expanded out. That's the thing with trade shows, is that there is not, there's a lot of trade shows going on, but there's not a lot of people still attending them. And I think we can get past the, well, it's a COVID thing. I think things are coming back now. We went through, the COVID boom, and then now we're starting to see, this COVID slide. It was everything we're seeing. I've seen more places shut down in the last 6 months than I probably have seen since COVID happened. And so that's a scary thought to think of, to see some of those close down that were really big. And, I'm talking, I know one company, that, like I said, they were doing, they were doing considerable millions, and they are now doing roughly a third of what they were doing. So when that happens, and it's in the craft sector, you can see a lot of that change happening, because that, what is it? Is the indiscretionary spending, right? You can just spend and not really worry about it. It's tightened up. We saw that with a couple of our leagues this year, where things that they traditionally have gone with, they've lowered their budgets on stuff, so they went with a different product, which our margins stay the same, but we're not making as much. We've had events cancel, we've had businesses close, so we need to find that additional revenue stream. That's why, for our side of it, if we focus on those three, getting more people in the mentorship group, getting more wholesale business and more retail business, those will carry us through. And then we've got the other stuff that, is kind of adds in there, having the affiliate links, being guests on show, getting paid for speaking events, things like that. It's just kind of the extra part of it. So we just all got to work on it. And Jerry says, congrats, Jamie. Jerry says, you do not need it, Todd. You're proficient enough. I don't. So Jerry, we have this story. We know how this works, right? I don't need it, right? But I want it. The main thing is content creation. We know that, seeing things work is always fun. And anybody that knows me knows that I'll give it a whirl, right? And to be able to show things off, it would still be, what would I use that for? Stitch outs, maybe the one-off thing. I've got an embroiderer, so I will still send everything to them, so I don't have to worry about it. We had the discussion when it comes time to, farm things out, even if you do the stuff. Like, we have a job that we typically do every summer, and they do about 50 to 75 banners. And I have a local printer in place that can produce banners way, way faster than I can. And so, we have that partnership with them where we make a little and it works out. The customer gets their banners. We do it. We didn't have to spend all that time making them. So it works out really nice. So just because we do everything doesn't mean we have to do everything. Just because we do embroidery doesn't mean I have to embroider everything. Just because we do have a laser doesn't mean I have to laser everything. Just because doesn't mean we have to. And when we start looking at that time versus money thing, yeah, I can make the banners, and I could spend 3 days doing whatever needs to be done with them, or I can send those out. I have them back to me in 3 days, and I had those 3 days to work on other things to make more money. Then that's kind of nice for it. Oh, look, that Marine says, I have 2 embroidery machines we don't use. I'd love to sell them to a good home. What kind of? I'm not buying embroidery machines. What kind of embroidery machines do you have? And how much you selling them for? I'm not buying them. Not buying them. I'm not. No. I know. Blah, blah, blah. I just want to play, right? I just want to play. So having an embroidery machine to be able just to play with, to have a better understanding in it. They said, learning in our mentorship community that embroidery is not for me has been, a really not eye-opener. I knew it was never for me, but the amount that goes into it, just seeing different things and hearing the words that they're using and the things that they're talking about. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. It is all about it. And Rena, I am right there with you. I love outsourcing. I am to the point now where I tell people, hey, when they're like, hey, what equipment would you get to start with? None, just sales. Like, really, what do you really need to bring in-house? A heat press, right? Bring a heat press in-house. You can order transfers. You can order, we'd had glitter transfers that we had to do for a screen printer today. So that's something that they just go ahead and outsource to us. They don't want to mess with it. They outsource to us. We do. So I see no problem at all with that. Outsource that stuff as much as possible. It frees up your time. Darian? Darren will trade you a CNC, a plasma table. Darren will trade you a plasma table. That's how Darren works. I know what you're saying, Darren. You make it so tempting. Yeah. And Jeff says, I was bouncing back and forth between a laser and embroidery. Just went with the laser since I felt it was a better fit with what I already do. I didn't want to deal with apparel. Jeff makes 100%. Well, because even on your, because right now, what's your primary 3D printing? There's so many little things that you can do with 3D printing and the laser where it just makes sense. So I'm right there with you. It is so addictive. I had already talked about it, the F1070. Do I need it? No, but if we want to create a retail brand where we can do more on-demand printing, yeah, we can. Like I said, we can run the transfers and have them good and ready to go. But that DTG, I'm telling you, that DTG. Look at that. Darren, absolutely. I'll trade you a plasma table for an embroidery machine. What kind of embroidery machine are you looking for? Because I might try and swing some deals to make this happen. I might try and swing some deals. Um, you're so right, Jeff. And then Maureen says, Barb, me too. I still use my 6 needle. I just don't have room in the new house for the 2 Melcos. And Barb says, if I had to downsize, I would go with embroidery and sewing. Well, it's because you're amazing at it. Like Barb, and this thing is, you look at what you have, you know what you're passionate about, you know what you love doing. That's what your main thing is going to be, right? And when you look at everything that we've brought in here, about the only thing that I've gotten pushback to say, hey, maybe if we started screen printing, and Corey's been absolute no. She's like, you were not no. There's too much into it. There's too much time. There's too much cleanup. There's too many other factors in it. Don't. And that's about the only time she's told me no on stuff. But I still want to take the classes. I still want to learn. I still want to do just to do. And I just can't do that anymore. That is true, Renee. Your other equipment gets lonely. Dirk needs a new friend. Dirk does not need anything. Me and Dirk have been having a conversation lately about him not performing the way that he should. And I think it's just time for me to perform some surgery on him to make him stop being so loud on things. New anything, machine, software, etc. I'm right there with you. Anything new is fun. I love doing it, and when I look at things where we have a hard enough time presenting everything that we do for people as it is. How many people here in the comments that's here knows that we do temporary tattoos? You either tell me you do or you don't know that we do those. How many, same thing with banners. How many people know that we do or don't do banners? How many people know that we do or don't do yard signs? How many people know that we do or don't do magnets, business cards, decals? What am I missing there? DTF, screen printed transfers. What else? Laser stuff. Like we have tons of partnerships in place where we will do work for others and in turn they do work for us. That's how this all works. And there's so much that we already don't push enough. Why would I get something else and not push it here? And let's see, tattoo, yes, banner, yes, sign, yes, yes, yes. Of course, I've been on, you've been with us for the long haul on it. And Jerry says, Jerry's back to us from hiding. there, Jerry. I don't know why you're there. I don't know why I am, but we can see you. So, Jerry, I don't know. We don't know. Sometimes it just does that to Jerry. But that's the thing is we spread ourselves so far out on things where it's like, what do we really want to do? What do we really want to focus on? Now, on the retail side of thing, we do more of. Um, I just drew a blank. Wholesale side, we handle more of like the DTF printing for you guys, your banners, your wholesale printing needs for you. We do that. The retail side, that's going to be more of when we do our team stores, our bulk orders, and then even on the gifts things. Corey, this weekend, thanks to our shippers, we were not able to complete it. So hopefully, it says it's out for delivery today. We had some magnets that were coming, and we couldn't finish a job, but it was something that Corey saw and she really liked it, and she says, I want one of these, and let's see, you think we could sell them? I'm like, I don't know. That's 100% up to you, but it's creating that marketing plan for it. And so, we've got some stuff coming for that, and she likes that part of it. So it's like a creative outlet where if sales happen, they happen, but it's not something that we're relying on. Whereas with the bulk orders, that's something we need to rely on and do. On the DTF, selling DTF, selling UV DTF, selling signs, selling banners, selling magnets, that's something that we need to do. So that way, that becomes a priority. On the mentorship group, that's something that we're going to build over time. They said our goal, I think we changed our goal. It was to have, 50 by the end of the year. Now, I want to have 100 in there by the end of the year. So that's less than 10 people a month to get signed up for it. And I am not doing well enough to push for that, to ask for that sale and to say, hey, why aren't you in there? There's 20 of you here. Not all 20 of you signed up for it. Why are you not signed up for it? It's only $20 a month, and you're getting multiple mentorship calls a month with that group setting with people that are in this business going through the same thing that you're going through. Tons of great information, tons of great people that are all in it to support each other. And a few of them that I know are in here, could speak on that and tell us what they think of it and go from there. And that's what I need to ask for more reviews. I need to ask for more things to make that happen. So there's a bunch that I need to do. And that comes back to spending that time on marketing, that time block, boom, boom, marketing. We're going to work on marketing today from 1 to 2. That's what we're going to do. Okay, which part are we going to work on? We're going to work on this part of the business because that's what we need to do. And I think that takes a big part of that. I would say you have to make the effort to do it, right? Right. Tell yourself today you are going to do something. We've got our daily 5, got that. But what else? What is something else that you are going to do today to either gain yourself more business, to put yourself out there more, to showcase yourself? What are you going to do? We need to do that. We all need to do a better job of that. I don't care how good are you at it. There's always somebody that's better at it. There's people, that don't know who you are or what you do. And the only way they do is us to continuously put that out there. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? This week, like you said, we've got Tuesday with Todd tomorrow night. That is going to be all on selling promotional items. So please, please, please make sure that you go to there. Just sign up down here. It's free. You can go on our YouTube channel. So if you like and subscribe and ring the bell, I know, cheesy as it is, that's what happens, especially when more than half of you aren't subscribers. So when you do that, you'll be notified, which is always awesome. We've got that tomorrow. Mentorship calls Tuesday or Monday and Wednesday this week. Tuesday with Todd, Monday, Wednesday, no show on Friday. I will make sure to get the calendar posted today. I will make sure to get more of the affiliate links posted today. Marketing might go a little over because some of those things are all part of it. So we've got our mentorship call starting in 26 minutes. If you go over and get signed up right over here at Fat Dad CD, we'll make sure that you get into that call today. And like I said, it's only $20. It's only $20. That's all it is 20 lonely doll hairs. So until Wednesday or tomorrow night, we'll see you tomorrow night for Tuesday with Todd. You guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.